ISRL Division 2. Here we are, round 13 in the lovely Azerbaijan street circuit where, I mean, we've all seen the real life races. It's usually a great race, I mean, apart from the first season, if I'm remembering rightly. Usually there's a crash behind a safety car and whatnot. So yeah, should be good fun. We've got 3 races left in the season and yeah, I've still got a championship up for grabs with ISRL and Lorenzo actually being back in the Ferrari seat today, which will make it a lot more interesting for Daruj, who I think may be able to win the title today. Maybe, maybe not. But he'll also, Sofian is also in the title fight, quite comfortably actually, only 3 points behind Lorenzo, so he'll be certainly wanting to make an impact if any opportunities arise. So yeah, looks very sunny Baku as well, the sun shining over the circuit, which makes a change. Usually I seem to have a wet race here, so if you want to watch Division 1 later, which you probably should, I'm sure there'll be rain. As we'll see who... Oh, okay. An interesting start to the session there from EDA Sprunky in the Ferrari. I mean, I'm sure his teammates a bit confused to maybe what's gone on there. I think we all are too, as we wait for another driver to come out from the pits. As it is CPI Daruj, the championship leader, actually. Also been put on the first on the time of screens, maybe. Maybe the game just knows. But it's a very unusual street circuit, this. Very long straights, but also a very tight and twisty section. So the chances are we'll see quite a differentiation in the setups across the board. Obviously, some would maybe think straight line speed more useful. As I guess we'll have to see when it comes to the race who's got the straight line speed or not, because I think if you've ever watched the real life races, there's going to be a crash here at some point. Ericsson hit someone around this corner whilst in the safety car, whilst on his own. Pretty sure Grosjean or Magnussen still regrets that radio to this day, as we ride on board with the championship leader. We'll ride on board with him for the first lap of the session as well. As he comes onto the back straight, the long, it's got to be like at least a kilometre or two, hasn't it, really? As, yeah, reaching speeds of around, I'd say once the DRS opens around here, around 200 miles an hour, 204, 5 maybe. Yeah, 204 on straight, heavy braking zone into turn 1, braking just after the 100 metre board. What nice runs nice and wide on the exit, perfectly done there by the championship leader. Into the braking zone there, again, doesn't hit the wall, doesn't hit everything, and he does it quite well. Probably why he's leading the championship at the minute. Heading now into the next braking zone here, just around the 100 metre boards, just before it I think actually. Getting this up nice and well, no lockups or anything here, and it's been a very good first sector from the Alfa Romeo driver, and then now to the tight and twisted section of the track, which you may struggle more with if he's running a low downforce setup, but he seems to do it just fine there. It looks quicker than me, which is good to see. Into the regular, using as much curb as you can on the right hander there, and then obviously gotta get close to every wall here as you can without hitting them. His car seems very stable. I might have to ask him what setup he's got, to be honest. But yeah, through the tight and twisted shot part, very nicely there by the Alfa Romeo driver, down into this corner, which in previous games he was able to abuse to the max. You can jump over the curb there, but not anymore with floor damage and whatnot, making it a lot more difficult for drivers. As purple middle sector once again, not surprising because he's first across the line, but yeah, as he hits the wall there on the straight, so that has kind of ruined his lap, I'd say. And yeah, right aboard, he's not going to finish that lap, but it certainly was a very good lap either way. And yeah, get to yeah, we're gonna have to find someone else to finish the lap. Captain Blade now on the medium tyres, so obviously I'm not too sure what the actual strategy is around here, to be honest. I think it's soft medium. But yeah, he's on. I don't think he's on for a particularly competitive lap. As his teammate's starting a lap now. Fine. I just want to find someone on a lap, to be honest. I am Leo. There we go. 1:39.2. Very nice laps. And currently, about 5 minutes into the session, he currently is the only one to set a lap and currently on pole. So, well done to him. And Captain Blade comes through 1.5 seconds behind on those medium tyres. I'm sure he'll be changing back to the softs quite soon, to be honest. Bassey also 1:10 off. Very nice lap there from the Haas driver. It seems as a few drivers starting to set lap times now, as we find Ariel Passe, who has returned after a quite a long break. Yeah, so saying his first lap of the day at 1:41.2, and not bad. Puts him in P5 to the Red Bull for the Red Bull driver, and Marconi F1, who I'm pretty sure is new, is gone on pole. Very nice lap, almost 3,000, yeah, nearly half a tenth quicker than Leo in second. So yeah, carries on. CPI Derouge once again out on a lap. Lorenzo retired from the session. Okay. Ferrari's not having a good day here in Baku so far. Maybe it's a sign for when the real Ferraris come to Baku in a few weeks' time. Not too sure, as we'll ride on board with the motor a bit. So obviously through this tight right hand, want to get on the traction as soon as you can. So understandably upshifting quite early. Back down into second, up into third, maybe even fourth for the exit this section. Brilliantly done there from the AlphaTauri driver. Nice and steady, but it's better to have a steady lap than a one where you start in the wall. Well, end in the wall, not starting the wall. Don't want me starting in the wall. That'll be not very great, as I think this lap he is not even using the RS, so right on board with Ariel Jordan in the Alpine, who I'm used to commentating over on a Saturday as well, so shock seeing him using the Alpine, my car in Division 1. And what time will he set now? It's going to be a 1:40.2. Nice little lap there from the Alpine driver, puts him right in the middle of the grid there, P7. As Sofian, his not teammate, Farah Fury is his teammate, he's in the pits at the minute. He's on a lap as well. So still got 10 minutes left of the session. We've got 1, 2, 4 drivers still yet to set a lap. Obviously the 2 Ferraris having retired as well, which means neither of them will be setting a lap today. And yeah, as we ride on board Sofian, 1.3 middle sector. And yeah, I'm sorry for the lack of commentary. I have no idea what's a good time and what isn't a good time. As Leo, has he done that lap on medium? No, he hasn't, has he? He's done that lap on medium. It's a very nice lap from the Mercedes driver. As yeah, we carry on into the sessions. Where did Sofian did go in pole actually? So very good lap from the Williams driver, in fact, by 0.3 seconds as well. So yeah, absolutely, obviously, in that title fight as well by just about. He's quite a way ahead of his 2 title rivals at the minute, so I'm sure he's not too fussed with that at all so far. 8 minutes left of the session. We've got most of the drivers in the pit lane actually. We'll see, is Daruj on a lap? He is on a lap. He's currently half a temp up in his first sector, so we ride on board with him once already. May as well ride it on board with him again. So yeah, through this section once again, taking it nice and easy this time. Don't blame him in the slightest, especially if he's P7. He doesn't want to ruin his qualifying going too much, especially when he's not got the greatest of laps in so far. So understandable to me as he gets very close to the wall there, but just enough to be right on the edge. 7 tenths up actually on his lap. So it's going to put him right around Sofian. So Sofian will be watching this lap very eagerly as he comes through the last sector, obviously where he made a mistake last time. And yeah, coming across the line now. What will the Alfa Romeo driver do? It is a 1:38.8, so fastest lap of the session. And yeah, showing why he's the championship leader in quite a fashionable way. I had a mistake at the start of the lap and it started the right session, and it hasn't made a difference for him. As we've got quite a few drivers on maybe their second lap, I don't know. 6 minutes to go. It's quite strange to have this many people on the out lap still. Captain Blade now in P10. Currently making these mediums look a lot better than maybe possibly are. He's 1.1 seconds up on his lap, so it's going to put him right around the likes of Leo, who also has got those medium tyres on. He does not actually, never mind. It's Josh actually, out of nowhere really, in the Williams, making it a 1-3 for the team. Very nice lap there from the Williams driver, and I'm pretty sure that's faster than what I can do, so. As Captain Blade makes a major improvement on his lap, but only unfortunately for him goes into P9, but on those mediums, still a very good lap. We're on board with Passe now. Taken that very nicely indeed from the Red Bull driver. Obviously, Red Bull, I don't know if it's a good track for them or not, I'm not too sure. 4 temps up on his lap as well at the minute, so he'll be wanting to put himself around the likes of Bassi and them a lot. So yeah, let's see what the Red Bull man can do. Obviously turning back from a bit of a break he's had himself, so I'm sure he'll be wanting to show that he can still put on a good performance. Rotation saying Josh 2, the GOAT of D2. Rhymed a bit there, rotation, so I'll give you that. And yeah, it does with I don't know how long's left, 4 minutes I'm going to guess. There's a yellow flag out for some unknown reason, but 4 minutes left of the session. Josh certainly living up to the GOAT of D2 name. As Passe now comes across the line, P10 on those medium tyres and does the exact same lap as Captain Blade. So, 2 medium runners, very similar in pace here today. And yeah, enjoying himself quite a lot, to be honest, as he makes that return. So, still a yellow flag out, so we still have no idea how long is left. I mean, it'd be nice if they have different light. Sure, it's Leo, actually. Well, both Leos. Not going to get confusing at all during the race. Going to P2 and P3 there. So the 2 championship leaders, Daruj, well, 2 championship candidates, Daruj and Sofian and Lorenzo, all not doing maybe what they're wanting to today. 3 minutes 30 left, and yeah. I mean, it's all still up for grabs. I mean, if Passe can get back to the pits in time, he may be able to set a lap on the soft tyres. Captain Blade 2, he's back in the pits. As both of these drivers, I can't see him getting back in time to do another lap. Camper's in the Haas as well, currently not on a lap either, so kind of a bit of nothing part of the lap qualifying, so as I'm going to search up my Baku facts so we get a bit of insight into this track and Azerbaijan as well. Baku F1 facts, I'm sure I'm going to need them at some point during the race as well. Race facts, so it's 51 lap, well 26 laps obviously. I'm sure most of you are aware of that. Trying to find some facts. The attendance in 2017 was 71,000. Obviously, being at the street circuit, it's quite difficult to get the fans in, to be honest. As we've got anyone on a lap? No, still no. But an increase of 138% on the previous one. So it certainly shows, even though it's a street circuit, there's many places where I'm sure a lot of fans of the sport in general would love to watch this track. I mean, the castle section itself, I mean, I think it'd be great. To watch it from personally. I know I would love to watch it there, but or maybe one down one of the straights as well. But yeah, I'm going to find someone on the lap, please. Robbie, there we go, Robbie. On a lap here in the Red Bull, currently P11, 3 attempts off his teammate in P10, so yeah, interesting to see what he'll be able to do. Obviously the two Red Bulls quite matching in pace so far, it seems. As he comes through to the middle part of the track where I think, well, my favourite part of the track, I mean, favourite because it causes the most carnage, and carnage usually helps me in a race, as he takes that he does actually hit the wall there, and I'm pretty sure that may be done. I don't, is it damage? No idea. Doesn't look like it. It looks all good. This is going into this corner. It takes it very nice and easy. Maybe it does have a bit of damage. Currently half 10th up on his lap though, so will improve. Will he improve enough to get close to Passe? It's unlikely. Will Passe get to the line in time? I don't think so. 10 seconds left. It's going to be very close for him. I mean, hang on. 37, 38, 39. Yeah, Passe will not make it out, unfortunately. Let's ride on board with Josh, who's half a tenth down on his lap, so we need a big final sector here, which is quite hard to do considering it's a straight line. As he's now got a straight line to the finish. Can he be able to do anything? We shall see. Across the line he goes, and he does improve actually by a tenth and a half, so very good last sector indeed from the Williams driver, and extends that gap of 2 tenths. Now with Daruj invalid, Sofian half a tenth down on his lap. It looks like that the Williams driver, the GOAT of D2 as rotation says, is going to be on pole for today's race. Can Sofian get ahead of his title rival CPI Daruj coming into the final few millimetres? Now he cannot. He does not improve on his lap, and Bassi a 10th up on his lap. He may have the challenge P6. He does indeed, and very well done from him. And that is the end of qualifying, where we see Farrow Fury without a front wing. So yeah, we'll have a quick run through of the lead. Josh on pole in the Williams, Leo in P2 and P3, CPI de Rouge in P4, Sofian P5, Bassi in P6. The two McLarens, just like the other league are commentating, in P7 and 8, right next to each other. Demort P9 on the mediums, so is Captain Blade in P10, and I'm guessing Passo will be in P11 as well as he set his best lap on mediums. Robbie P12, Jordan P13, Campers 030NL, I think another new driver, in P14, and Farrell Fury in P15. Round up the grid with the two Ferraris starting right from the back, maybe doing a last to first challenge together or something, I'm not too sure. But yeah, as we now wait for Robbie to retire in the pit lane, and there we have it, and that is the end of the session. So 26 laps in front of us. If you're watching, let's give us a cheeky little prediction from you guys. And yeah, here you can see the run through the grid. A very European front row, if I'm right in saying, with CPI de Rouge from a country that's unknown. To the F1 game in P4. Then Sofian P5. First English driver actually in P9. You usually don't see that in F1. Actually, no, you do see that quite often in F1 these days. But yeah, as run through the grid, as we are awaiting everyone to ready up and, you know, carry on into the race. I wonder if there's rain. Maybe rain. Shall I check? As it's about Baku City Circuit was designed by someone called Herman Teich, who's been a sponsor in the layout of so many of the new F1 tracks. It's the second longest circuit on the current F1 calendar after Spa Francorchamps, where we are next week, in fact, with a sprint race in Wales. So if you are a fan of long F1 tracks, I'm sure you'll enjoy the next two races coming up, with Brazil being the finale, which I'm sure I'll enjoy quite a bit actually. Also, at Azerbaijan, there's yet to be a repeat winner in the races. As from the 5 races held there so far, Baku City Circuit, Rosberg in 2016 and Bottas in 2019 are the only pole sitters who have actually gone on to win. So it's a good sign from Josh that the pole sitter can win here. But yeah, no, it seems more often than not, it doesn't seem to be the case. So we've got the front 8 on mediums, the rest of the entire grid on mediums. No, wait, the other guys are on softs. So yeah, we get this predicted pit stop strategy. So the game's saying it's a 2-stop. I'm 99% sure it's a 1-stop. Whether the hards will be used, I don't know. Whether honestly, I couldn't tell you for the life of me what I reckon will happen. Rotation called Josh to be negotiated to do. Yes, you did. So I'm going to go for the top 3 today. I'm going to say, considering how much faith rotation has in him, Josh is going to win the race. We're going to have Sofian in P2, and I'm going to say I am Leo 76 in P3, I think. I mean, gotta go for something different, am I right? As everyone is coming through the last few corners now, so we should be underway any moment now, and we can actually get to me stop waffling about any random thing and actually get me talking about F1, which, I mean, I'm sure you lot would enjoy more than me just waffling about random things. So yeah, We're going to see everyone line up to the grid. Obviously, in the new F1 game, if you don't already know, we'll actually be able to do this yourself. So I'm sure there'll be a lot of chaos when, well, I'm sure there'll be many people in, well, not the wrong box, but a lot further back on in their pit box. Is it the pit box? I'm not too sure, but yeah. New features for the F1 game look very interesting, to be honest, and yeah, would be nice to see how it works in online, because I'm sure it'd be broken as hell, as everything is online with EA. As we get the 5 red lights here in Baku to get us underway, and away we go here in Baku. I can't tell who's had a good start there. I think Josh has had a pretty good, decent one. They have indeed. Both the front runners getting a very good start. Sofian already into P3. I am Leo having a very bad start. There's cars spinning everywhere in the background. Captain Blade round. 2 Ferraris making up some positions straight away there. And yeah, Leo all over the back of Josh going into the turn 3, as Josh gives him more than enough room, to be fair to him. And it's very good defending by Josh, and he should be able to keep that lead right intact, and maybe Sofian even get a cheeky look down the inside as well. As we'll quickly look at position change. So the big winners so far are Ariel Jordan. The 2 Alpines getting a very good start. Captain Blade, not so much. Lorenzo, I'm not sure where he is. He's lagging out, so maybe these things. I'm not too sure. And Sofian and Demort. Full track map, and let's go back to tyres. So the lead, Demort's very well getting 2 places on the soft tyres, on the medium tyres as well. That'll be huge for him if he can keep up with the top 6 now. As we head on to the end of the first lap, I tell you what, Leo is all over the back of the Josh at the minute. These drivers are going to have a Verstappen, Ricardo moment, and Leo has had a moment here, and he's out of the race, causing absolute chaos for the guys behind, and that should be a virtual safety car. Yeah, if not a full safety car, to be honest. I don't know how the stewards have looked at that and thought, yes, you know what we need here? A virtual safety car. As a lot of guys have actually come into the pits already, quite early on. Demort actually now into P3 on those medium tyres. What a start he has been from him. So yeah, overall a very chaotic start. I did mention that there may be a moment going into end of lap 1. I didn't actually mean, I thought you meant going into turn 1, not like halfway through a straight, but very unfortunate for Leo there, as Bassi and Derouge, I think, both pick up drive-through penalties there under the safety car. So once again, Lorenzo is in P9, not... That's going to be confusing as hell to keep up with, but CPI Derouge currently out of the title fight completely, with his main rival Sofian and Leo in the points. So as the intervals have set up back nicely now, Demort only 1 second off the lead on the medium tyres. He'll be looking very good if he can stretch these mediums out without a safety car intervening. As Marconi, new to the league, I don't know if it's D3 or new to league in general, but he's doing very well there in P4. And then in come the massive amount of medium runs that we have in this field. So the soft guys very outnumbered. Yeah, Ariel Jordan with another very good start. ISRL Lorenzo, as Marconi is round in the McLaren. I mean, you don't want to be facing backwards there, coming through that, with everyone coming through that corner, as DRS gets a no. But so we've had 2 incidents so far at the back of the, well, throughout the field. It almost feels like I'm desynced here, to be honest, with what's going on. I'm not sure where everyone is on track, but Ariel Jordan looking like the better of the 2 Ariel drivers here. Right on the back. Of his fellow driver, Ariel Passe. both of these guys will want to be actually trying to catch up to Demort, if anything, as kind of storming away from the rest of the medium field as we speak, and he's closing in on the two Williams drivers in front. Those soft tyres working very badly indeed. As I can have a little bit of a breather as EDA Sprunky making his way through from the back of the grid, now on the back of Ariel Farafiori in P7. As he's looking for a move now. He's got to be careful here though, as there's a yellow flag in sector 2. I'm not sure where. As Robbie was actually around, there is the incident, as the timings have gone once again. Not sure why. Decided just to be like, nah, we ain't getting timings today. So yeah, maybe it's my internet, probably is. As Ariel Jordan actually comes into the pits, so I'm guessing he's picked up damage there. Ariel Passe with the fastest lap of the race. So both these medium drivers pushing quite a lot to try and keep up with the two soft runners, which they don't really need to do, to be honest. They're in a very comfortable position where the soft tyres will be much more beneficial for them at the end of the race. With Letiki? Is it like a BTEC Latifi or something? I don't know. Hopefully he doesn't crash into a wall like Latifi does, especially when there's a British driver leading, but we don't speak about that. As once again, these two Williams, it's a change from real life, that's for sure, as the Williams are currently 1-2 here today, and well, yeah, I think this is, my prediction is kind of right so far. I need I Am Leo to do an absolute masterclass here, currently in P9, but apart from that, I'm pretty spot on with my prediction. So, I mean, we're 4 laps into a 26 lap race, but my point still stands. As Demort now only 1.1 seconds off these guys, he may be able to get in DRS this lap, which would be huge for helping him defend against the Ariel Passe, who's been fighting his way through the field here. So in P11, now P4. Probably one of, if we look at position changes, I forgot where it is, position changes. EJ Sprunky actually in P6 on the medium tyres, flying through the field as it stands. Will seem to make another position here. Going down the straight should be an easy move for him. As we'll come back on board with him quickly. I want to see a better view of it. There we are. As Latiki actually comes into the pits, so it also says Lorenzo is right behind these guys in P6, so I honestly can't tell you whether he is there or not, but yeah, so far so good for the Williams team, as Bassi sets the fastest lap on the radio medium, so he should have quite a big undercut on these guys, if I'm right in saying. As Daruge in this battle, I'm not too sure what. Did he not get a penalty? As Ariel Jordan actually going for the move here on Bassi. Down the inside, can he do it? No, the Haas sticks it round the outside. Lovely driving from these two here, keeping it clean as well. And Bassi defensive driving pays off for him, as Daruge here obviously got that championship in mind. He's going to take it nice and easy, I think, and look for a move if he gets the chance. He thinks he's going to get to the chance here, going down the inside into this late break, and it can be done. Got to have a lot of respect between the two drivers to get it done, and they do so indeed. And into P12 goes the Alfa Romeo. There's now this two-way fight for the win, now quickly becoming a four-way fight here. Ariel Passe and Demort both right on the back of these soft runners. These soft tyres clearly not working the way they wanted to so far, as we head on to lap 6 now. And Demort, I think he'll be happy to take his time here. He knows he's in the train. I think he'll just be happy to stay along, maybe save up some ERS to later defend against Passe, as EJ Sprunky from 5th on the grid doing absolute bits right now to stay there, as Captain Blade and Lorenzo are fighting, I think. I'm not too sure. Yeah, I've lost what I was going to say, to be honest, but Bassi now looking for the move back on Daruj, maybe, as Daruj did seem to get that move done whilst we is looking at other drivers and up into P11. So nice little comeback going on for the Alfa Romeo driver. Still got a bit of a way to go to catch the likes of I Am Leo and Latiki, but solid progress from him. As Lorenzo has rejoined the lobby, whether he has or not, I don't know. You know, honestly, but Dimor's here all over the back of Sofia, and it's got, surely, even with DRS, it's going to be close to getting the move done anyway. These medium tyres are so much quicker, and you can see that by EDA Sprunky catching them by a second this lap alone. So the Ferrari driver, we're hoping these Williams drivers stay out as much as you can to try and close back in that gap to the front two medium runners. But as we go on to this next straight, Sofia may need to think about getting the move done, as his teammate actually comes into the pit, so he'll have to stay out an extra lap in the end, which I think will be music to Dimor's ears, as he's absolutely flying along at the minute. Maybe even get the move done here through the detection point. It doesn't seem to get, he's actually got a bad exit, taps the wall there. Can Ariel Passe pounce on this by any chance? Dimor has forgot to open his DRS as well, and that's going to be very costly for him, as forgetting to open his DRS there has allowed the Red Bull through and into P2. So brilliant move there from the Red Bull driver, capitalise on the mistakes, which you have to do if you want to be a title challenger in a racing game. Don't know why I said that. As Josh has come out in P7, actually behind I Am Leo, so that 4-lap undercut he's had on those medium tyres proven very effective indeed, and I Am Leo is in the net lead of this race now, I think. Is he not? But Josh, with 4-lap fresher tyres, he may be able to bide his time, to be honest. He won't have to worry too much about getting past that Aston Martin later on, I don't think, unless, obviously, there's a safety car, which Leo may have just caused himself there, touching the wall there through the castle section, which we've seen so many times. He may have damage, I'm not too sure. I think they've both got damage here, you know. I'm assuming one of them has damage, because there seemed to be contact there in through the last fast right-hander. As yeah, I think I Am Leo has got damage. His car's struggling to turn, and Lorenzo is out of the session. And will that be a safety car? As the motors pit on the mediums. Hang on, what? As Ariel Passe now takes on that lead. Is he changing his wing? I think he's changing his wing, yeah, so he's actually picked up damage there. So hard break there for the AlphaTauri driver. And Sofia deciding to stay out another lap here. Very interesting call from himself. Ariel Passe has now got past, and you can see the difference in the tyres. He's absolutely running away with it, as EDA Sprunky's been into the pits as well. But yeah, so as this race, I mean, who we got in a battle? As yeah, well, got nothing really going on, have we? We got CPI Daruj on the back to Dimor's. Here we go. So Dimor's recently, we know he's got quite good pace overall today, but those hard tyres will take quite a few laps to warm up. Can CPI Daruj capitalise on this and get out in front of him? As looking at this, actually, Daruj is only about 10 seconds off the lead of the race, I think, but on 5-lap older medium tyres, it's going to be a struggle for him to make it to the end. As Josh has got to be careful here behind the likes of Campa, and he's going to get the move done surely now. 7-lap old mediums won't have much to fight against, really. Josh moved alongside. He doesn't seem to have the most straight line speed in the world, does he? Does that Williams, but he gets the move done either way. As Sofian comes out into the pits, where will he come out in comparison to Leteki? Leteki only around a second behind him, not done too bad at all with that undercut, but Leteki now has the CPI Deruja Championship leader storming after him. He'll be able to see Sofian in front of him as well. So hopefully for our sake we have a little battle there. Didier Sprunky, I think on a two-stop strategy here. Shorted on the mediums, he's gone onto the mediums once again, and he's made stellar progress throughout this race already, and I mean, if he carries on like this, he should be able to work his way into a good solid points position. I think for least he's showing quite purple sector 1 as well, so very good pace in that Ferrari. Currently seems to be a bit stuck behind Robbie, but I'm sure he'll be fine. As Bassi on the back of this train as well, I'm sure he'll be wanting to make amends of any sort of chaos. We've got a little four-way battle here if Ariel Jordan catches up quick enough. So heading on to DRS straight, where I'm sure this move will get done quite simply by the Ferrari driver. He's got 7 lap fresher mediums. I'm sure he looks like he's wanting to get the move done. Is he repping the Vettel helmet there as well? Hang on. No, he's not. Never mind. Before we get a flashback days, Ferrari and Vettel. But coming onto the straight now, he's already pretty much alongside before he's even got to the DRS point. The DRS will turn active, and I'm sure it's a very simple move. As Camper is into the pits for the Haas. I'm guessing onto another set of mediums. So quite a lot of two stops going on here today, I think. A lot more than I actually expected, and maybe the tyre weight's just that bad, to be honest. Knowing me, it probably is a two stop and I just haven't realised. But the board's now on 10% ERS. Both of these drivers in front, 0-1 ERS, EDA Sprunky will notice this, and I'm sure he'll be flying along to try and catch up at much older tyres, both of them as well. So Sprunky flying along quite nicely here, but he's still got another stop to make yet. I'm guessing he'll go into the softs. I presume. As we are almost halfway through the race now, with Ariel Passe in front, Captain Blade in P2 and Josh in P3. Obviously Josh and Sofian have both stopped already, so will be interesting to see what their pace is like compared to the likes of Passe and Captain Blade. Wouldn't say make their stops, but I guess we'll have to wait a few laps to watch that happen. Obviously there could be a safety car as well, which will massively favour Passe at the minute. He's out in the middle of nowhere, really. Loving life as well. As we come across to start the 11th lap, and we've got Robbie trying to overtake Bassi. Bassi overtaking Robbie. Ariel Jordan looking like he wants to make the move on both of them. I don't know. I'm pretty sure Bassi has overtaken Robbie this lap, but Robbie going to dive into the pits there. Very close to the wall, may I add, but gets it done either way and kind of releases past Bassi and Jordan to fight against each other for a bit. As what a race it could have been for Leo. I mean, he was on those medium tyres. He was ahead of Deruge and made a mistake through the castle section, and well, we all know what happens after that, really. So yeah, Sprunky now caught right up to the back of Demort on those hard tyres, still struggling to warm them up. It seems or just doesn't have the pace in them. Obviously having to pit from the lead battle. Sorry, I'm so tired. Long weekend. But yeah, obviously Sprunky now has to make a stop again, whereas Demort doesn't. But the pace difference, I mean, would it make a difference by the end of the race? I'm not sure. But Sprunky flying along here. I'm sure the motor won't get in his way either, really. I don't think he had a choice in getting in his way, to be honest. So they've come through this left-right chicane almost. Is it a chicane? Fast section of the track, as we get a lovely little view of back here there for a split second. As Sprunky gets the move done on the AlphaTauri and up into P7 now, chase after CPI Darude in P6, who's going along quite nicely indeed, may I add, in the Alfa Romeo. May have to stop again though. As Josh now actually got past Captain Blade and is only 9 seconds off the lead. It's going to be a hell of a job for Passe to try and get catch up to these guys. I mean, Passe may be able to get soft here, and I'm not too sure though. The soft tyres we saw in the first and how bad they were. So I think this is why we're seeing a lot of drivers go for the two-stop with the two double set of mediums as well, because the mediums seem very slow now as well. Josh already closing that gap in, as there is a yellow flag actually. No retirees, so all good for now, I believe, as everyone's still in the same position. So I'm not too sure why there's a yellow flag in fairness, as I don't know if Camper's just made a mistake coming through the castle section, but Leo all over the back of him. Now we're going to have to wait a while for an actual overtake, I think. So coming down onto the DRS straight now is Captain Blake. Good to come into the pit on those medium tyres. That's a very early stop if he wants to make the softs go to the end, but I guess he is going to softs. Maybe he's going double set of softs. Once again, another driver on the two stop. As we got Darude getting overtaken by Sprunky, I think. Yeah, Sprunky getting past Darude now there and into P5, flying his way through the field. Next up is Leteki, or Latifi, as I'm going to call it, McLaren Latifi. As yeah, I've missed another move, so I'm very sorry for that. Usually I have a co-commentator to help me while I don't hear, but so once I get a co-commentator, I'm sure I'll miss a lot less of these overtakes. But I don't know. I like doing it on my own. I just end up waffling. It's a bit of it's what I do when I'm racing, really. Just waffle, just not as much, especially yeah. I think it would have been great having a live POV of me driving in Baku today whilst commentating. I think that would have made it a lot more interesting, personally, but we had a 17 driver, so it's more enough. If we was on like 12 or 13, I'd suggest driving, but CPI Darude this time, now on the back of Sprunky, so those mediums also getting a second life here as he comes right back past the Ferrari driver. Maybe they're just DRSing each other along to catch up with the rest of the field, but Sprunky there, done quite easily in fact by the Alfa Romeo driver. As will the Alfa Romeo driver try and get him back. Darude low on ERS. He's going to look round the outside into the braking zone. Can he get the move done? He does indeed get the move done before even turning into the corner, which is the safest thing to do, really. It can quite easily be a crash there if they want to do. And yeah, brilliant stuff from these two drivers here as they carry on in a little title battle. Well, not title battle, just battle themselves, as Captain Blade now on the soft tyres, stuck behind him more, so I'm not sure for how long. He'll be flying on those softs at the minute. And yeah, he'll be wanting to get that move done, because he'll see Sprunky and Darude ahead of him and be wanting to get amongst the battle, I think, that's for sure. That's a very ambitious move there on Demort. I don't think he needed to make that. I think he could have stayed behind just to been safe, really. But I mean, the grip extra grip he has on those soft tyres anyway, it's not going to make a difference, I don't think. Coming through the fast left right now, and I mean, we see the other cars going the other way. That just shows kind of the field spread we have at the minute. I mean, Captain Blade working his way through the build and into P7. Very nicely done from the Mercedes driver. As Josh has absolutely flew away from Sofian here. He's 6 seconds back from Passe, so I can't see Passe re-catching up, to be honest. I don't know. As I'm not sure how long the pit stop is here, but yeah, I mean, Sprunky and Derouge once again battling down each straight, and I've missed that overtake again, but I'm pretty sure it's similar to the last one. As now Captain Blade is going to be amongst them, so these two, this two-way fight may become a three-way fight in a moment here, as purple first sector for Captain Blade. It's obviously got much more pace in those soft tyres at the minute than anyone else on the grid. He's looking for a move everywhere. He just is nowhere near by to make the move. As Derouge actually makes a bit of a mistake here. Yellow flag in sector 1 as well, as Robbie's retired from the session. Could this cause a safety car? Yes, it can. Now, that makes things interesting, that's for sure. As Josh is into the pits, I'm sure Sofian will be into the pits behind it. Everyone gets a fresh set of softs to the end of the race. Certainly helped out the likes of Sprunky, CPI Derouge and Captain Blade. As Sprunky has been given a drive-through penalty for speeding under the safety car, so as soon as I say he's back in the race, he's gone and messed it up completely there, to say the least. Apart from, as Captain Blade pit, Captain Blade has managed to overtake Derouge under the safety car. Okay. So, I'm not too sure what's gone on. Josh had gone on to the mediums. Passe softs, Sofian mediums, the Techie mediums as well. Sprunky, Captain Blade and Derouge all gone softs. So, quite a split throughout the field of what tyre is best. I mean, 10 laps. Honestly, I could not tell you for a fact whether the soft will make it to the end. A lot of drivers seem to think. I mean, let's be honest. We've got 10 laps left. I've got 2 drivers that I've currently said on the podium. Who did I put free? I am Leo. Leo on 6 lap medium. Lad, you're going to need a miracle to get back into this race. You may as well pit back onto softs. Do it for the lap vibes. You've got the pace, lad. I need you back in P3. Not because I don't like the drivers in P3 and stuff at the minute, I do, but I want my prediction to come through. And yeah, well, we shall see. I mean, we got some more Azerbaijan stats. And we all remember 2017 where Vettel and Hamilton had a little, you know, crash under the safety car, as you do. And fastest lap record is done by Charles Leclerc with a 1:43.009 in 2019. I'm pretty sure that will get beaten, as Jordan's into the pits. Leo not pitting. What? I wonder what Jordan's doing. Is he going back onto another set of softs? And the most recent result was in 2021. Obviously, we had Sergio Perez take his first win in the Red Bull, Vettel in second, and Gasly behind, where we had obviously We had a bit of a Pirelli problem, didn't we? If I remember correctly. And obviously, I think Verstappen had an incident, as we all like to say. Verstappen had one, Stroll had one, where the tyres just went pop. And obviously we had the magic brake information where, I mean, what happened? And, well, I'm trying to think of who did anyone else have an incident in that race? There's a magic brake, there was the, obviously, tyres exploding. What else did go? I'm really unsure, you know. I'm not looking at. I don't know. We're going to search Baku facts now instead of. Actually, maybe the safety car will get underway. This safety car in this lap. We're all good. We're all good. No one has to hear me think for a very long time about which is which. As Passé on the soft tyres will get us underway here. He'll have 8 or 9 laps to go. He'll have 9 including the lap he's on. There we go. That's right. Getting there eventually, I mean. As Passé will decide, obviously he becomes a safety car if you do not know. So when the safety car comes, Passé becomes a safety car until he decides the safety car is in. And he decides when to get us underway. He has got us underway, however Josh has got a brilliant run on him into turn 1. He's going to take the inside line, the wise thing to do really. Will Passé be able to just swing it around the outside, however? He will not be able he will be able to, and luckily for him, managed to keep that P1, and now he needs to race off into distance like a madman. As Sprunky, obviously with that drive-through penalty, he's going to have to drive very fastly. As I think he's trying to warm his tyres up, in fairness. Heading into the braking zone, we've got Demort and Pharaoh Fury behind, causing a bit of a little ricochet for I Am Leo, who then tries to go around the outside. Both of them hitting the curb, both of them having a bit of a wheel bang, as you do. Nothing wrong with that. I think there's a little bit more wrong with what's just happened there. As I Am Leo is round, and, well, yeah, I mean, I prefer not to speak as I saw a bad camera angle, but if I speak, I may be in big trouble, big trouble. So, as we get back underway here, Letecki kind of holding off the front 2 medium runners for now, as I do say this, Passé does not have the pace on those soft tyres that I thought he would. Those mediums do not seem too bad, and I think when we get near the end of the race, I think we saw it at the start of the stints, I think those mediums will come into play and be a lot quicker than those softs. As Sprunky now, obviously you've got that drive-through penalty, so he may not be able to overtake anyway. Captain Blade behind will be looking very interested in that position, as CPI Derouge and Demort also follow on through. As the Techie trying to do the under and over on Sprunky. It's worked quite well here. He's going to have the inside line heading into the corner. He taps him slightly. Very lucky to get away with it there, I think, Sprunky. And Captain Blade through as well. So into P5 goes, well, P4 really, the Mercedes driver. I mean, he's going for the move on Sprunky as well. Fair play. He doesn't need to. He's got a pen on drive-through pen. You can relax for a bit, bud. Just take a chill pill. Save that ERS of yours. You may need it catching up to Sofian, Josh and Ariel Passé, who leads the way here once they get still in Baku as we enter the last few laps, well, last 8 laps now of the race. And I think those softs already seem quite, well, meh. I think the word is to describe them. Not fun to drive on. I don't think they'll be by the end of the race. Did Fire Fury hit the wall there, or was it just lag? Who knows? As once again, De Morts on De Rouge, these two have been battling with each other since really the first pit stops, and these mediums are really not too bad, to be honest. I mean, Captain Blade and Sprunky have got away from the techie quite a bit here, but apart from that, these mediums are seeming to keep up just fine with everyone else around them, so I'm going to store that knowledge for later if there's a safety car around lap 16, but yeah, as Passe does set the fastest lap of the race, however, he's closely matched with Josh and Sofian behind him, and they'll all get DRS on each other, I think, whether or not. Sofian won't get DRS, he should really get DRS, as there's a yellow flag off in the background, as I'm guessing that's I Am Leo who's out of the session. Must have been an incident there. But these three drivers have been inseparable all race here, and I think, well, it's going to definitely come down to who's going to have DRS on the last lap. I think, obviously, we've seen quite a few drag races to the line, I think, in previous seasons of ISRL and, well, league racing in general, I think. So, obviously, Passe this lap managed to pull out a bit of a gap to Josh behind him. I don't think Josh will mind. Oh no, those mediums will be quicker later on in the race. He just seems, I don't know who's got the straight line speed or not. As there's a yellow flag in sector 2, who is it? It's Bessie in the wall there. I'm not, as there's another safety car. Wow. So, maybe I will get the Baku facts out. Yeah, so Passe will be quite thankful of the safety car, really. It may lead to no one getting DRS on him, so we're going to get them. But I think as it stands as well, the championship, it definitely will go into Belgium next week with Sofian getting 15 points and De Rouge only getting around 10. I think that will cause it to go ahead in, well, the title fight just about will happen in Belgium, which will be good to see. So maybe tune in next week and you'll see a new champion. Baku is the capital and commercial hub of Azerbaijan. It's a low-lying city with the coastline along the Caspian Sea. It's famed for its medieval walled old city. Obviously there's also been a Grand Tour episode there. I mean, that's more important, obviously. But yeah. As we now ride around with a safety car very slowly for a few laps. Has anyone commented? No, no one's commented. Pain. So I'm going to take a quick change brake action. So 10 interesting and unique facts about Baku. Baku is the world's lowest lying national capital. That's quite at an elevation of 28 meters above sea level, below sea level. Baku is the lowest lying national capital city across the world. It is also the largest city on the Caspian Sea and in the Caucasus region. It's the biggest city by the Caspian Sea. It also has an entire museum dedicated to miniature books. Those sound like something I'll be able to read quite quickly. The inspiring flame towers, so the Inferno Towers on Clash Royale, they're actually located in Baku, so if you wanted to do a real life Clash Royale game, Baku's the city you want to go to. Baku also has a museum dedicated to carpets. I mean, Baku as a city, I mean, you can look in the background here. very nice, very nice buildings in the city. We've obviously got the castle section as well. It's got a lot of museums as well if you're interested in that sort of travel day. Arm wrestling is popular in Baku. Maybe I don't want to go Baku. I'm not very good at arm wrestling. But it's also located in close proximity to the mud volcanoes. These volcanoes bubble mud that release gases, especially methane, but also erupt occasionally, releasing flames as high as 1 kilometre into the air. Maybe Baku's not that great to go to. I can see why it's got a lower attendance than Silverstone. Now, it also has a memorial dedicated to a super spy, so they've got their own James Bond, clearly. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Richard Sorge, acting as a journalist in both Germany and Japan during the Second World War. Sorge was a Soviet intelligence officer that provided information which was crucial to the Operation Barbarossa. Baku features a little Venice, so a little part of the town just fully of water. Don't really. And the ever-burning Yunar Dog is actually located near Baku. So there are it's actually, yeah, so that was 10 facts, and we should get underway once again here in Baku. So, safety car getting us underway here again. Yes, it is. So I did miss that, but safety car underway here. Passe will definitely be hoping for a better restart than last. Safety car's not getting us underway here. Is it not? No, safety car is not getting us underway here for reasons Why the safety car? Guys, safety cars. The guys have caught up. You don't need a safety car. There's no debris on track. I mean, yeah, just a bit confusing. I mean, I can do interesting and unique facts about Somalia as well if anyone's interested, but yeah, it's a very interesting city, Baku. I mean, if people like travelling and experiencing new cultures, it'd definitely be a good place to go, I think. I mean, it's a good racetrack anyway, that's for sure. And if you are new here, make sure you like, subscribe, and get your notifications on to see more of these races and more of me waffling about cities that we drive at every week. Because I'm sure everyone loves that, really, don't they? I mean, who wouldn't love that? And yeah, so I don't know if there's any football fans here today, but if Liverpool win their game midweek, they will actually take the title to the final game of the season. I think Leicester fans would be very happy today. Brentford maybe, I don't know. Don't know if there's Brentford fans that exist, to be honest, but if they do, I don't know. Real Mallorca are winning, which is brilliant news because they're the best team in La Liga. Sorry, Jav, but it's just true, and it takes them out the relegation zone with one game left, so brilliant news all around Mallorca there. We get to see them in the La Liga for another year. Whilst Barcelona, the B-Tech team, are actually drawing to Getafe at the minute. I mean, there's levels to this. And Cadiz are drawing to Madrid. Just says it all, really, doesn't it? I mean, they're not very good, are they, these Madrid's guys and Barcelona guys? As shortly the safety car will be getting us in this lap. I'm really running out of things to say here. Yeah, safety car in this lap, thank my lord. So yeah, we'll get back on the way here. Everyone on old soft and medium tyres, apart from Fabio Fiori and Ariel Jordan in the Alpine. The two Alpines going for a fresh soft strategy, which may work out very well for him. I mean, we've seen how bad the softs can be for the last few laps of this race now. Josh will be certainly eager to get this race underway. Passe once again goes quite early on, And Josh, once again, will have a good run on him going down into turn 1. He's going to try the outside route this time, which gets squeezed off for him by the wall there. Max Verstappen's wall, a.k.a. We'll try around the outside this time. Passe defends brilliantly into turn 1 and will keep that position for now. Can Captain Blade do anything on the other Williams driver, Sofian? No, he cannot. So there's a bit of chaos in the back, as Farrell Fury has worked his way up into P9 and now looking to overtake Ide Sprunky in P8. Can he get that move done? Going to try down the inside. Gets squeezed slightly, but both fair enough racing. As Marconi looking for a move, as Jordan tries to keep out of harm's way there. Very nicely done, as he will be gaining 2 positions on the penalties side of things. As we enter the final, is Jordan, will there be DRS? This is 1 lap. There may be DRS on the final straight of this race, so that will certainly make things very interesting, that's for sure. Sofian has actually been dropped by Passe and Josh this time. Captain Blade will be very pleased to hear that, as there's a yellow flag in Sector 2, as Campers, unfortunately for him, is without a front wing. May as well carry on, but lad, you're getting a point, so maybe carry on with, maybe change your front wing or something, I don't know. But once again, there's Sprunky somehow, after a drive-through penalty as well, in P8. I don't know for how long those. Farrell Fury round the outside, or the inside. Actually, I don't know if that counts the outside or inside, but he gets the move done. And it's absolutely flying along here in the Alpine into P8. It has Demort and the techie in front of him. De Rouge now into P5 as well, as Passe actually gets overtaken by Josh for the race lead. That is a very important move by the Williams driver. He's shown he's got those pace in the mediums. Those softs clearly not as effective as they were at the start of the original safety car restart. And yeah, now we've got De Rouge and De Morse going almost side by side into turn 3 there, but De Morse having to back out there to keep front wing. I mean, as we see from De Rouge's point of view, there's a 5-way scrap here for the lead. Sofian needs to catch back up to Ariel Passe, whose soft tyres are dying. Maybe Passe's done this tactically. He's going to get the DRS now. Surely should get the DRS down into turn 3 on the next lap. So will be interesting to see what he can do there. Yeah, so on to the final lap here in Baku. It's been a thrilling race as always here in the capital of Azerbaijan, and it all comes down to the last lap once, I'm pretty sure once again as well. Passe 3 tenths behind Josh at the minute, a bit less DRS to play with, but both have quite a clear gap on Sofian, so it will allow for some battling tickets between them, and there won't really be a massive risk of losing positions. So Passe getting a very good exit into turn 1, exit from turn 1. He will have the DRS switch enabled, I'm sure, but he would not be close enough at the minute, and Josh knows this as well. He's comfortably ahead going into turn 3. Now, can he stick with him close enough through this middle sector where, I mean, those softs will be screaming in agony, I think, for these next few corners, but they don't have to make it far anymore. He has to be around, I think, 4 attempts, 3 attempts maybe, to try and get in before the line. So far, so good for Josh, as he's 7 attempts ahead of Passe, who's actually had to use some ERS going into this section. Josh saving up all his ERS for the main straight, which should mean he gets it. He has enough for the lap. I mean, if I was Josh now, I'd burn it all. As he is doing, as De Rouge actually gets into P4, so maybe this total is over. I'm not too sure. As now heading on to the final straight, Josh does have around 7 tenths gap. It should be just about enough. He's got more ERS to play with as well than Passe. So Passe I think will end up in P2 here today. Nevertheless, a valiant drive from him, but the race winner will be Josh Williams. He started on pole. He's had brilliant pace throughout this race. Maybe got a bit unlucky with the safety car timing, but it didn't faze him. He's come across the line in style, like Rotation said. The GOAT of D2 takes the win here in Baku Division 2 in ISRL, and Passe comes along second with Williams of Sofian in P3. So nearly a correct prediction, close enough. With Daruj in P4th and putting one hand on the trophy there, really. Driver's trophy there. Captain Blade in P5, Demort in 6th, 7th goes to Liteki. 8th with no penalties, Ariel Jordan. Makani F1 in P9, a good debut maybe for him, I'm not too sure. EJ Sprunky in P10, a good recovery from him starting from last. As Campers goes in P12 and Farrell Fury in P11, if I'm right in saying. So it has been a very entertaining race. I will try and get the drivers onto the podium for an interview now. Whether they join or not, I do not know. So yeah, a very entertaining race once again here. I mean, I'm on my own commentating, but it wouldn't have made a difference really. As I'm just trying to find the right people to invite. Sofian, Passe, and who else? Who else is on the podium? Josh. Where's Josh? There he is. As the three drivers will be added to the podium now, we'll wait a few minutes to see if they decide to join or not. But yeah, Williams 1-3, you don't see that often. Red Bull in second, especially last season, because you saw that quite a bit, obviously, with the better driver being in first. I mean, until Latifi decided to crash into a wall. Just spitting my agenda here because, you know, why not? And yeah, well, we'll wait a moment or two. But if they do not decide to join, I mean, a very big congrats to them either way. If they, we'll wait a minute or two, see if they join, as we do get one driver join. So we'll start it off with Ariel Passe. I think you know to have your voice sharing, but how was that for you? First race back in ISRL?
Oh, it feels great. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't expecting to be fighting for the win on my return to F1. So yeah, actually, yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I got really lucky though with safety cars because I stayed out for pretty much the whole race.
Yeah, I did see that.
2 or 3 laps before I wanted to pit, well, there was a safety car that popped up. So
yeah, how were those softs at the end? I mean, I know you probably wanted to take those softs quite a bit long. Well, those mediums quite a bit longer, but it seemed to help you either way, really.
Really hard. I think if I had they were 1 or 2 laps younger, I may have been close. I could have been closer to the win.
Yeah.
Because I know on the last lap, my strategy was to kind of let Josh have the overtake, and then so I have DRS towards the end.
Yeah.
But on the last lap, my tires just gave up. So.
Yeah, but I mean, I was saying it in the commentary box. I didn't really know which strategy was best. Both seemed quite good options, but yeah, strong return to you from I think P11 on the grid, was it not?
Yeah.
P11 to P2, and I'm sure you want to make that better in badge and make that P1.
Yeah, it would have been cool, but hey, a podium already. I'll take that. I'll take that.
Yeah, congrats on the P2. So, and we'll move on to our race winner here, Josh. How was that for you?
It's great to be back on top.
Yeah. You had a few fans in the comments rotation saying you're the go to D2, and I'm sure you did certainly show it today. So how was that for you, the race as a whole?
First of all, the safety cars were so bad for me, for my race. The first safety car when Pastor didn't pit at all first. I was so mad about it because, I feel like I could have easily won that from that point of where I was at that point. And then the second safety car, where I was in softs already, and yeah, it wasn't that nice because he could save his tires again, and yeah, it was a pretty close race till the end. It was a good battle.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a good battle on stream. Obviously, you had the whole DRS coming into the last lap. I think I said it on stream. You needed a decent gap going through that middle section. You seemed to get it just enough, but you had the DRS advantage as well. It looked like for you.
Yeah. I saw Tessa did a mistake before the castle section, and that's where I knew. Yeah, if I don't make a mistake from now on, I probably have it.
Yeah, and obviously pole race win. Did you get? I'm not sure if you got fastest lap as well.
No, I didn't.
Oh no, you didn't. But it's a great way to announce yourself back into the D2. Well, not really title fight now, but I'm sure you want to make 2 wins from 2 in Belgium.
Can you repeat that? Sorry.
Do you want to make that 2 wins from 2 next week in Belgium with the sprint race as well?
Yeah, of course. I always try to win the races, so yeah, why not?
Yeah, fair enough. And congrats on the win today. So, and Sofia, now P3 for you today. I'm sure you was probably expecting maybe a P2 halfway through the race before the safety car came out. How was that for you?
Yeah, I think the 1-2 for Williams was definitely in the bag, even until last safety car. But I did some mistakes after the last restart, and lost DRS to the guys in front. But anyway, still a decent race, P3 in front of Deroy, so the championship is still on.
Yeah, I was going to move on to that. Obviously, you got more points than Deroy today. Going into Belgium, you confident of getting more points than him, trying to keep that title fight alive into Brazil?
I'm happy that it is a sprint race, considering that I've been struggling a lot with qualifying this season. So I hope it will play in my favor. More points, so more points to catch up to Deroy. So hopefully it will work for me.
Yeah, and just congrats on the P3 today. I'm sure you'll be quite happy with that back in the Williams team base after.
Sorry?
I'm sure Williams are quite happy with that 1-3 today. So congrats on that.
Yeah, for the constructors, still good points. Thank you.
And that is going to be the end of the stream today. I hope you have all enjoyed. Tune into Division 1 in, half an hour's time? See me crash quite a lot, and many others too. So that'll be good fun. And I hope you all enjoyed, and tune in next week for a Belgium sprint race, if I'm right in saying. So, hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all next